A typical quadratic equation for a graph, again GCSE foundation. We're given a function, a table to complete, and then asked to draw the graph of it, and a couple of bits at the end to work out read-off from the graph. So we've got a table and a rule to complete. So it's a good idea, if you're not sure what you're doing, to check one of the values that's already there. So if we take 4, then 4 squared minus 3 times 4 plus 1, and 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16, minus 12 plus 1. 16 times 12 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and that's correct, so at least we know what we're doing. So I'll erase that and try the next one, which is then 3. So 3 squared, take off 3 times 3 plus 1. 3 squared, 3 threes are 9. Take off 9 plus 1. Then take 9 is 0, plus 1 is 1. A bit bigger. And the next one. Notice I'm using the positive numbers to begin with, because then I might get some sort of symmetrical relationship to check the negative numbers. Right, the next one is 2. So 2 squared, take 3 times 2 plus 1 will give me 4. 2 times 2. Take 6 plus 1. 4 take 6 is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1.
I thought I got that wrong because of the minus 1 game.
It's a symmetrical relationship there. It's coming 5, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1, and I'm actually very confident that the next number is 5. But we'll check it. So minus 1 squared minus 3 times minus 1 plus 1.
Would you have a calculator to work this out?
Possibly. Would you have a calculator? Quite likely, but you're expected to be able to work out minus 1 times minus 1 without a calculator, and minus 1 times minus 1 is plus 1. And then 3 lots of minus 1 is minus 3. So minus 3 lots of minus 1 has got to be the opposite, will be plus 3. And plus the 1 at the end gives me 5. And yes, I've got a nice symmetrical arrangement there of 5, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1, 5, and the odd one at the end, which is 11. I'll move the screen down a little to fit on, and I can just about see those. I can now. 4 is at 5. 3 is at 1. 2 is at minus 1. 1 is at minus 1. 0 is at 1. I'll do that a bit better. And 1 is at 5. Minus 1 is at 5, and minus 2 is at 11. So what I should have then is a nice parabola, a nice symmetrical curve, and I'll try to join it together to produce that. Ideally, you put your hand inside to do it, and it's a bit difficult on the board, and I do the best I can. And that's not bad at all. It's a bit wobbly, but that's my parabola. And the final part of the question says somewhere the value for which y equals 3. So I want to produce a line through y equals 3. I'll perhaps undo that and do it in a different colour. Through all the values that have y at 3, ooh, there you go. And what's the x values? And I read them off. I've got 1 here at about 3.4, 3.5, and 1 here at about minus 0.5. So I'm going to say 3.5. I'll undo that. I'm going to say 3.5 and minus 0.5. I'm not too worried about the accuracy because we are, after all, only drawing with a pencil on paper, and I'm drawing with a mouse on the screen.